Okay, let's practice. Let's create a new part again. So we're gonna just create a new part, cancel this, and then new, leave the name and check default template. Click OK. Let's try again. This time let's do a right datum plane and then click skip. Now on the lower right portion of the screen, I enabled my mouse pointer. So if I click on the left button, you'll see the left button light up, and if I click on the right button, you'll see the blue right button light up. So let's make a square or rectangle centered. So we're gonna first click the center line and another center line, and then make a rectangle crossing the vertical so it snaps, and crossing the horizontal um, so it snaps again. This time it didn't. Oh, I didn't create a center line, so I must create a center line before it will automatically snap. There you go. Okay, and then I'll just delete top segment here. And then this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a measurement here. So let's make a measurement, and then we'll make that 120, and then add another measurement here, middle click, and then I'll add in same thing, 120. So it's kind of square. I deleted the top because what I wanted to do is I wanted to make the top a curve. So you can do to make it a curve is to put a circle or an arc. So this time, because I only want the top portion of that circle, I just want to use an arc. And if you read here, it says that select the start point of the arc. And then there's also some notes here in the bottom. It says when a constraint is active, right click to cycle through the unlock or enable the constraint. So that's something we're going to discuss. So right now we're going to simply click the start of the arc, and then you can drag, and you can see that there's an automatic constraint being exercised here. It's coincident, okay, or uh, horizontal. So if I don't want that, I simply right click, and you can see it on the uh, right bottom corner. If I right click, it'll cycle through and it will lock that. So even if I move my mouse away, it'll lock the constraint. If I right click again, it will not have any constraint. So I can point anywhere that I want. So you can use the right click to uh, enable the constraint or automatic constraint. Right click again to lock that constraint, and then right click again to disable any constraint. Okay. So that's one feature that you can use if you don't want it to automatically constrain and attach somewhere. You can cycle through the constraints, enable, lock, and disable. Okay, right click. So in this case, I want it to be over here. All right. The endpoint, select endpoint of an arc down here. It says endpoint, so I'm going to pick endpoint here. And then now I can move about and position the center. The center of the arc is where you have a little uh, cross. Now again, my automatic constraint is turned on, so it will attach to what we call a half a circle or a semicircle. Okay, you can do that. If you don't want it to attach to the semicircle or to the endpoints of the arc and make a semicircle, you can cycle through, and now that one's locked in, so that's only a semicircle can be done. And if you right click again, you can put the center anywhere without any constraint. Okay, so if you want a semicircle, half a circle, you simply enable the automatic constraint. It will automatically lock in and align the endpoint. So let's do that. So automatically snap and make a half a circle, and then left click. Okay, that's semicircle. Okay. And if you, let's say, let's delete the bottom segment. And if you wanted an arc that's not a semicircle, you start the end, and then you don't want it to be semicircle. It's okay to put the endpoint here, but when you get to the positioning the center, disable the automatic constraint by right clicking. That's going to enable, lock, and then disable. right? So wherever you want to position it, there you can go. Okay. Let's see that. There you go. It's up here. Oh, there you go. That's lock, and then that's wherever you want. So let's make that a different angle. Not as this is half a circle here. Let's have a circle or a semicircle. Disable and then position it so it's not half a circle, and then left click. Right? Now let's put measurements. We know that this measurement is 120. We know the width is 120. And let's put in a dimension for the radius of the circle and then midpoint and 60 because if this is 120, the radius is half of a diameter, so therefore that's 60. So that's correct. Press enter. And then this one, what is the radius of this one? Well, it's not supposed to be 60 because it's not a complete half a circle. So select measurement and then middle click, and then you can see it's bigger. So let's make it 80. Press enter, and then that's going to be your radius for this circle. So bigger circle, this one's a smaller circle because you're using the center and align it with the endpoints. Okay, so that's how to adjust and put measurements on arc uh, for a radius. Now, an arc also has a diameter, but you usually don't pick 2 points on an arc, just one to define the radius. Okay.